Hey guys, it's Ashton Addison here from Event Chain, Crypto Coin Show, and the CryptoCanucks. We're at the Blockchain Futurist Conference in Toronto with Lucia Gallardo, the founder of Emerge. Thank you so much for being here, Lucia.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure seeing you speak here, and this is a beautiful conference.
Yeah.
And I'd love to know a little bit more about Emerge.
Sure. So we build decentralized systems that are socially impactful and address challenges that are very pressing on a global scale. So measured against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and right now we're very focused on identity, namely for refugees, and also logistics and minimizing food waste along international supply chains. And very exciting stuff, and a lot of storytelling on what kind of blockchain innovation is taking place around the world, because emerging markets are having a moment, and it's incredible to watch. Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues and solutions to be had with immigration right now.
Yes.
Can you sort of dive a little bit deeper into how you guys are trying to solve some problems there?
Yeah, so the first piece is really about identity. We have about 1.1 billion people in the world that lack a form of identity or proof of identity. And so the first part is really compiling physical and behavioral biometrics, locking that, hashing it into a smart contract, and giving it a refugee self-sovereign identity. And part of the data that we compile relates to things that would be conducive to more successful integration. So things like labor potential and language barriers, sociocultural preferences, and then running that through an IBM Watson-based regression analysis and rendering an optimal city where they could find a better opportunity to find economic independence and to contribute to local economies. So reframing that narrative away from, it's a burden, and fundamentally explaining that the circumstances in which you immigrate to a country have no bearing on what you could contribute to a local economy if you had the right support and the right context and the right environment. So
Totally.
reshaping that, yeah.
Yeah, well, as you said, there's over 1 billion people lacking an identity.
Yeah.
And if there's an immigrant that has the skills and then can provide to a community,
Yeah.
if you have that technology to send them to the right location,
Exactly.
that makes a world of difference.
Yeah,
So-
identity being a key component, because it's, we have this huge portion of the world that lacks identity, and then on the side of people that do have identity, it's about consent and privacy and awareness of what is happening with your information. So when we talk about self-sovereign identity, it's really also about empowering people that already have identity to know who's accessing their information, to being able to say you have the right to be forgotten in a way that's actually accurate, as opposed to just deleting your information off one server, which is comforting, sure, but not really being the solution to this problem.
I completely agree, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We're having a giant shift from giving our information away for convenience to now owning our information and being able to give away what we want to give away for our own needs.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. A couple of challenges to get through to get there. I think we need to look at interoperability as the main factor, because you really want this to be pervasive. You don't want to have to jump on and off and build separate profiles on identity. So addressing this will be really important to building the kinds of systems that we want to see managing our identity in the future.
That's great,
Yeah.
and it's great that the blockchain is a global industry and it can apply all around the world. So I'm super excited to see what you guys have in store.
Yeah.
If people are looking to find more about Emerge, what's the best way to learn more?
So on our website, we've got really interesting content. We're releasing an updated version of our report, which looks at blockchain innovation across emerging markets, and a podcast focused on social impact applications of blockchain. So you can find us at www.emergedev.co.
Great, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
I'll leave the links to your guys' podcast in
Great.
the description down below.
Awesome.
And it was a pleasure speaking with you.
Pleasure speaking to you too.
Thank you so much.
Bye.